Hello everyone, today we'll be looking at the quick solutions to the chemistry section of All India Akash Test Series JEE Advanced 2019 Test 7A Paper 1 Code A. So let's start with the first section. So students, the first section contains 6 questions. Each question has 4 options out of which one or more than one option may be correct. So let's start with question number 19. So question number 19 it says, consider the structure and properties of hydrogen azide molecule and select the correct statements among the following. So in the first option, the examiner talks about the bond angles in HN3. So if we try and draw the structure of HN3, we can have N triple bond N single bond N H negative positive. And now if we try and draw the resonating structure, we can have N double bond N H. So we can have the charges like this. So now if we talk about the bond angles in HN3, we can clearly see that not all the bond angles are equal to 180 degree. So the first option is correct. If you look at the second option now, N3 minus is linear. We can draw the structure of N3 minus. So N3 minus also has 2 resonating structures. So we can have this structure or we can have this structure. So we can clearly see that in both these structures, N3 minus has a linear geometry. So the second statement is also correct. If you look at the third statement now, if Ka of both acetic acid and HN3 are equal, it means that their very dilute solutions are equally acidic. This statement will also be correct, students. And if you look at the last option now, in HN3, there are 2 different NN bond lengths. So this is also correct, students. We can clearly see that due to resonance, the bond order of the terminal NN bonds will lie between 2 and 3, whereas the bond order between these 2 NN will lie between 1 and 2. So there will be 2 different NN bond lengths in HN3. So the fourth statement is also correct, students. So for this question, we have to select all of these options as the correct answer. Let us look at the next question now. Question number 20. Consider the following statements and pick out the correct ones. So if you look at the first option, enthalpy of formation of ammonia is negative. This statement is correct, students. In the group 15 elements, the formation of hydrides is endothermic except ammonia. So the first statement is correct. Now if you look at the second statement, enthalpy of formation of hydrides of P, AS, SB and Bi is positive. This is also correct, students. If you look at the third statement now, bond angle of ammonia is greater than pH3. This is also correct, students. Ammonia has a bond angle near the tetrahedral angle. So in ammonia, the bond angle is approximately 108 degrees. And if you talk about pH3, in the pH3 molecule, the bond angle is approximately equal to 94 degrees. So the bond angle of ammonia is greater than that of phosphine. This is also correct, students. If you look at the D statement now, energy required to dissociate the NH bond is greatest among all hydrides of group 15 elements. This is also correct, students. The bond dissociation energy of the element hydrogen bond, it decreases down the group in group 15 elements. So for question number 20, we have to select all of these options as the correct answer. Let us look at the next question now. Let us look at question number 21 now, students. Which of the following compound cannot be oxidized by KMnO4? So students, we have an aromatic ring in all the cases and there are some substituents attached to the aromatic ring. So students, we know that if there is a hydrogen at the carbon adjacent to the aromatic ring, the compound can be oxidized by KMnO4. So if you look for the compounds having a hydrogen on the carbon adjacent to the aromatic ring, we can clearly see that the first option does not have any hydrogen. The second one does, the third one also does, and the fourth one also does not have any hydrogen on the carbon attached to the aromatic ring. So the fourth option will also not be oxidized by KMnO4. So if you look at the options given to us, we have to select those options in which the compound given cannot be oxidized. So we have to mark option A and option D as the correct answer. Let us look at the next question now. Question number 22. Consider a metal in excess defect which is non-stoichiometric. Which of the following statements is or are not true? So we have to select those statements which are incorrect. If you look at the A option, in this defect, the electrons are localized and occupy the sites that would otherwise be filled by anions. This is incorrect, students. The electrons are not localized. Let us look at the B statement now. In case of presence of this defect, crystal acquire positive charge. This is also incorrect, students. In ionic solids, the defects occur in such a fashion such that the electrical neutrality of the cell is maintained. If you look at the C statement now, this defect impart color to the solid due to spin of electron only. This is incorrect, students. the color is attributed to the excitation and de-excitation of the electrons. If you look at the D statement now, frequency of the color is same which is emitted by NaCl and KCl due to metal excess defect. This is incorrect, students. In NaCl we have a yellow color, whereas in KCl we have a violet color. So the frequency cannot be the same. So the D statement is also incorrect. Students, for this question as well, we have to select all of these options as the correct answer. Let us look at the next question now. Question number 23. Consider the formation of a missile when the concentration of a surfactant has reached over the critical micellar concentration, and we have to comment on the statements which are correct. So if you look at the A option, it says that the micellar colloids are always in dynamic equilibrium. This is correct, students. If you look at the B statement, all types of colloids can form micelle. This is incorrect, students. All type of colloids cannot form micelles. If you look at the C statement now, micelle is regarded as multimolecular colloid. This is incorrect, students. Micelle is an associated colloid. So in an associated colloid, the solution behaves as a true solution, and only after the CMC has been reached, it will form a colloid. So the C statement is also incorrect. If you look at the D statement now, change in molar conductance with the change in concentration is maximum near the CMC. This statement is also correct, students. There is a sharp decrease in the molar conductance of the solution when the CMC has been attained. So students, for this question, we have to select the correct options as option A and option D. Let us look at the next question. Question number 24. Consider the following statements about the properties of p-block hydrides and identify the correct ones. So students, this is a fact-based question. If you look at the A option is correctly represented. The melting point of the hydrides varies in such a fashion. If you look at the B option is also correct, students. The boiling points have been correctly represented in this option. If you look at the C option, the heat of vaporization is directly proportional to the intermolecular forces of attraction, and this is also correctly represented. And if you look at the D option is also correct. So the boiling point of H2S is greater than that of HCl, whereas the boiling point of PH3 is less than that of HCl. So students, for this question, all of these options have to be marked as the correct answer. Let us look at the next question.